are back, and today with Estelle, my buddy, we are playing Two Truths and a Lie.
Yes, we are.
Yes. So do you want to tell them all a little bit about yourself, Estelle?
Sure. My name is Estelle. Maybe I should do two truths and a lie. My name is Estelle. I've been a sex worker for 14 years, and I have never had a sixum.
My name is Estelle is one of the truths. Okay.
I think that was actually the lie because it's not my legal name, right?
Yeah.
So the rest was true. Anyways, that was a good practice round for
Well,
me.
yeah, you're going to lose a lot then, if that's the case. And we were trying to think of, originally we were going to put ice cubes down our tops, but then you have to go to an office after here and it might look a bit funny if you look like you've been lactating in your white top. So we're going to slap each other with a bit of tortilla.
Yeah.
Have you ever been slapped by a tortilla before?
I've always wanted it though. As of today.
I found out about it and now I want it. Alright, let's play.
I'll try everything at least once.
Have a tortilla. Okay. I feel like we should sit across from each other and stare into each other's eyes as we give things. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go first. Alright. My dad drove Bette Midler around in Sydney once.
Who's Bette Midler?
Bette Midler is a very famous actress and oh my god.
I
Can't believe you said that.
I don't watch TV.
Bette someone throw me something that she's been in because I'm having...
Golden Girls.
Yes, there you go.
What's Golden Girl? I came from a duck.
What are we doing here? Alright, I should show you a picture maybe. I'll show you a picture.
I definitely was one of those people that was kind of raised in the forest with the wolves and then came into society and I knew nothing.
You know Bette Midler.
Do I though?
Very,
Yes.
very, very famous Hollywood actress.
Also in it's my favourite, Hocus Pocus.
Oh, I liked her. Oh, that's where I know her from.
Yeah,
Hocus Pocus.
she's
I
fucking
love that.
incredible. Okay, so my dad's driven her around in Sydney.
Okay.
I'm allergic to bees. And I have done Muay Thai before.
The second one.
The second one?
You're not allergic to bees.
Yes.
Oh, I got it.
Wait, no, that's a truth. You need to guess the lie.
I thought that was a lie.
Oh, well then you lose. We're so good at this game. You ready?
Okay, what do I have to prepare? Do I
Ready?
taste? Do I not taste?
No!
Okay, go. That was good. That was refreshing.
It wakes you up, doesn't it?
I'm like, whew.
I've broken my tortilla.
I'm not very good in the morning. Maybe this is how I wake myself
You want to know
up.
which one was the truth?
One.
My dad has driven Bette Midler around in Sydney.
No, the lie.
Oh, no, so yes. Fuck me, this is gonna go so bad. I am not allergic to bees. Wait, so then wait.
Charlie, do you know how to play this game?
Do you even know how to play this?
No, I don't. Oh, well, do you need to slap me back?
Yes.
Surely I get a revenge slap.
She's finding out. She boxes as well.
I think I lost a piece of the tortilla.
Okay, fuck me. We will do better. Don't judge. Yeah, so my dad was a pig farmer.
Okay.
A pig farmer? What?
What's that got
What?
to do with the actress?
That was the first one. That
No.
was one of the truths.
No, what?
My dad was a pig farmer. That was what I said.
No, you
There
didn't.
were 3 things, guys. Catch up. And one of them was my dad was a pig farmer.
drove Bette Midler around Sydney.
Oh, okay.
And she's
What?
not a pig.
No, okay. I don't really know what's happening anymore.
Are you okay? Have you recovered from the slap?
Am I having a stroke? Okay, my dad did drive Bette Midler around. I am not allergic to bees. And fuck, I gave you 2 lies and a truth, so we're really...
Oh my god. I thought I was going to be shocking.
My dad was a pig farmer.
What
Ah.
was the third one?
I've tried Muay Thai.
And you
No, I accidentally gave you 2 lies and a truth, so you were set up to fail. Well, actually, no, you were set up to win because you only had to guess two of the 3.
Okay.
And anyway, whatever, fucking next.
So which one was the truth?
The truth was my dad's driven Bette Midler around.
And?
And
The
the
other
others,
two
the other
were
2 were
lies.
accidental lies. Yes. Oh, I'm so
I thought I
good
was
at it.
supposed to guess the lie though.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are.
Oh.
And then I slapped you for no reason. Maybe I just wanted to slap you.
The title of this will be
Two lies and a
Estelle and
truth.
Charlie work out how to play two truths and a lie.
Wait, so
Some lies,
was
some
the lie
truths.
that the feet you're not
I'm not allergic to bees. It's supposed to be the lie.
Okay.
I meant to say, for the other one. Actually, I'm not going to say because I might steal it for someone else.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
So I have no appendix.
Okay.
I have recovered from a those the ones that eat your brain.
I feel like if you don't know what it is, then maybe that's
Hold on, I'll think of another one.
okay. This is so fucked. I love it.
I have no appendix.
Mm-hmm.
I once turned down $10,000
Mm-hmm.
for a phone number. Do not give out my phone number. And third one is I have slid down Mount Buller on a little slide.
Well, I have seen you in some very compromised situations because we're very close friends. And I don't remember seeing a scar from an appendix removal, so I'm going to go with that being the lie.
I do have a scar.
Oh, you do too! Oh, I slapped me, bitch.
I was very young though. I was like 6 years old. I remember it being this big and now it's tiny.
Crazy.
So yeah, the lie was the Mount Buller one. It was really hard to figure out a lie. I'm
So
not a
you-
very good liar.
So you turned down 10 grand.
Yeah.
I would probably as well. I don't want to.
Well, it was like a stalker that was after my friend, and I was like, he was like, oh, and he was good for the money as well. But he was one of those like really rich guys that don't take no for an answer,
Ugh.
and like just thinks they can pay their way. And
Yeah.
my friend was like, I
The
don't know
worst
this
type.
yeah. Anyways, so my friend actually reminded me of that very recently.
Really?
I'm gonna do it like a half.
I feel like that's gonna hurt more.
Oh.
Fuck, it hurts more when it's folded. I'm gonna get you back.
Next time I'm gonna do this. I'll try different like swings.
I'm very awake now. Okay, let's see if I can get this now. Fuck. Okay. My first pet was a fish.
Okay.
I lived in the country for a decade. And what else? I was a green belt in jiu-jitsu.
I don't think you've done jiu-jitsu. You have?
Mm-hmm. My first pet was not a fish. It was a Rottweiler. Fold it over like she just did.
Go on. I can take it. I've done worse.
I didn't mean it.
That was very good. Very good for my neck, I feel.
Okay,
My
hit me.
Okay.
Or don't hit me.
I have lived in Vietnam for a month.
Okay.
I have been in silence for 40 days. And I have been a devout Muslim with a headscarf for some time.
I think it's the first one that's the lie. Oh, thank God, not being hit. Because I was lucky. You've told me about your silent.
Yeah,
Bingo.
but then I thought if I said Vietnam, because I've lived in different countries,
I might get confused.
yeah, I thought I could hide it.
Yes.
Does that mean you get to hit me again?
I don't know. What do we feel?
Who
No,
got
I
the
feel
lie?
I feel like we just get to rest for a hot second. But yes, you have. I mean, I've seen you in your headscarf as well.
Yes, I do. But there
Very
was
briefly.
definitely a period when I was like 11 years old where I was just like, I'm God's cheerleader. I'm God's #1 fan.
Yeah.
And my whole family was like, what is going on? They're not even that devout.
How do you feel about people's perception of Muslim? in general?
I mean, I remember 9/11 and how that changed people's perceptions. I think before then they were like, don't really like you, but got no reason to hate you. And then after 9/11, like I remember walking with my best friend home, we were like 10 years old, and there was like a lady that did this from her car, and she was like the parent that was very involved in the school, at like all school
That's so
activities,
fucked up to
and
do to a
she was like
kid.
a highly respected lady, and like we're 10 walking on the street to go home, like I was like that, and I remember asking my friend, I was like, did you see that? And she was like, no. And I told her what happened, and she was like, oh, that always happens to my family, because her whole family is like closed. And I was like, but your family's the nicest family other than that. How can people ever be mean to you?
It's so fucked, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think these days it's starting to turn a little back to being a bit more respectful and understanding, or do you?
I think for people that are reasonably minded, but for people who are looking for excuses to hate
Yeah.
or be a bit bigoted or exclusionary, then I think like it's an easy target. And I know from wearing my headscarf, like when I walk down the street, people see me as a Muslim first and a woman second, if that makes sense. So the look that I get is often different because they go, oh, she's a modest woman, and they don't check me out as much as when I'm just like dressed like this. It's weird. So there's definitely an internal bias in most people that if they have time, they can sit there and analyze it, or they can just keep, I don't know. And also I've had a lot of instances where people have been Islamophobic around me thinking it was safe because I'm white, and I'd be like, you know, I'm a Muslim. And they're like,
Shit.
yeah.
Yes.
So anyways, that's kind of been my experience.
Yeah. I think people don't realise how privileged they are to not have to experience that regularly until they hear.
Yes, and then when they do, they're like, what is this?
What is wrong with the world?
I was like,
dude.
you do realise this has been happening forever. It's just happened to you. That's new. That's the only difference, is that it's new to you. It's not new to the world. Yeah, new to your world, not to that world. Which is very different. And then you see people get really like activisty, and you're like, babe, we've been working on this for a while.
Yeah.
And this is the thing as well with any of these sort of like judgments, is if you judge one, you judge all, if that makes sense. So if you need to work on it on a very deep internal level, because if you think you're saved from judgment by being, I don't know, like the standard, we'll say, you're not, because it will just be a judgment until it eventually gets to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like when white women like prop up the white like men and stuff, and it's like, you think you're safe? No, the guys are gonna turn on you as well.
Yeah.
Just as they turn on everyone else. Because you've made it acceptable.
Oh, like the right wing women.
Something like that. Like people who try to appease that are people in the like social hierarchy or something, and they think they'll be safe by having some sort of allegiance, but it's like, no, once this is done, they're going to turn on you next, because they only want people that look like them.
It's the I can't believe the letters ate in my face.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So, yeah, anyways, I try to be really accepting of other people and their cultures and their experiences. I try.
You're good egg.
Sometimes I don't understand, and I'm like, please explain to me like I'm 5.
Well, and you've been doing a lot of that lately with your project, I guess, as well. So
Yes, I do. I will be collecting stories from sex workers and their financial experiences, because I want people to learn from that. I don't know about you, but finance was something that was a bit like hush hush. We don't ask about that. We don't talk about that.
So Estelle received a government grant to create,
It's not government.
well, a private grant then. Sorry.
Anthropology.
There you go. To create a business that would help make sex workers safer, basically.
Yes.
And you're just about ready to launch. Getting there.
End of month. Yeah, and I'm halfway through my fellowship, so hopefully by the time I'm done, the platform will be there. And
So we'll throw a link somewhere for Bigger Sister channel so you guys can find it. Anyway, all right, my turn.
Okay. A little interim conversation there.
Yeah, it's fun. That's what I like. I like it. Okay. Lordy, it's really hard to think about lies about yourself. All right. I had 9 sexual partners before I entered the adult industry. Not very many. I have climbed Machu Picchu. And I have one oval eyeball and one round eyeball.
Can you say them again?
I have climbed Machu Picchu.
Okay.
I have one oval eyeball and one round eyeball.
Okay. Go on.
And I can't even remember what I said for the third one.
Are you saying astigmatism? Is that what
Stigmatism, yeah, that's the one. But some people aren't going to know what that is. I have stigmatism. And, fuck, what was the third one that we were... Just give me the general thing and I can't... Oh, I had 9 sexual partners before I became a sex worker.
I think that one's a lie because I reckon you had more.
I had less.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I only...
you little precious thing. Modest woman.
I had...
What happened to you?
I was very socially fucking awkward. That's what happened. I couldn't speak to boys. I think I had 5 sexual partners before I came into porn. Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, let's let loose.
Yeah.
With everyone else.
Turns out I'm good at this. Maybe I should get over this social awkwardness. Start talking to people. Yes.
Look at you now.
Yeah.
That sounds real socially awkward.
You won. You kept up.
Oh. You didn't win.
Yeah, you picked the lie.
Oh yeah, you did too. Oh my god.
Oh
I don't know how to play
I'm
this
gonna
game.
do this one. Ready? The backhander.
Oh, okay. Oh my god. It's because she's waiting.
I like fainting.
You fucking asshole.
Did that hurt?
It's just woken me up. And I'm eating my tortilla that's breaking apart.
Yes,
It makes a good slap.
it does.
I feel like we should make a film with it.
It's like an ASMR as well. Like, could you imagine? Just like this.
How is that ASMR?
Yeah, that is a nice, pleasing.
That ASMR.
You're like destroying your tortilla.
I destroy everything.
I know,
touch.
don't worry.
Maybe that's one of my attributes. I destroy everything I touch. Alright, okay.
Alright.
I'm trying to think of interesting things about myself.
It's funny because like you're always like really, like everyone's really interesting, but the second someone asks you for it, you're like, I don't fucking know what to say.
Okay, I didn't speak for the first 10 years. I was non-verbal for the first 10 years of my life.
Okay.
I've never had a relationship longer than 6 months, like a romantic relationship, and I have beaten someone up.
Alright. 1000% believe that one, so that's off the table. 10 years is a really long time to be non-verbal, and that would be really hard to get through school and stuff, so I'm not sure about that one. And what was the other one again?
I've never had a relationship longer than 6 months.
I feel like you've had a relationship longer than 6 months, and I feel like you weren't non-verbal for a period, but I don't think it was 10 years. I'm gonna look in A, Eddie. I think you were non-verbal for less.
No, I was non-verbal for at least 10 years.
Oh,
I don't remember the exact time I started, but like you said, I was slow in school and they had to put me in a special class. And then they were like, oh, well, even before that, they took me to a psychologist and they were like, why no speak? And then I was like, I can speak, I just choose not to because everyone's an idiot.
Yeah. At the age of 10?
No, this would have been like 6 years old or something.
Okay.
And then they were like, your kid's fine, they're just a brat. And my parents were like, all right, fine, whatever. And then I learned how to talk once. I learned how to read first, and then I had to take the special classes, and then I started talking once I realized I wasn't getting anywhere. Yeah.
That's fair enough. You're like, oh shit, I actually have to communicate with people to survive in this
yeah,
world.
I wasn't having a good time not communicating, so then I had to, and it took me a very long time to become a good communicator.
Yeah. And now you're like the best I know at it.
Now I don't shut up, do I?
No. But also, if I ever have a problem, you just always know the perfect thing to say. This uncanny knack of being
I think
able
it's
to...
the autism, like I think it's the autism of like analysing different communication structures and being like, oh, this is how they relate to people, or like this is, what do they need? Why are they saying these words?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I think about it.
Yeah.
And then I have no filter, so I have to work on that sometimes. I'm like, and then, sorry, so the lie was actually, I have had a relationship longer than 6 months, but it was 7 months. And I always say 6 months because I thought you would remember me saying that. But I did have one that was 7 months, and then I'm not suitable for long term. I can tell you that much. It's driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy. It's too much work. It's too much work.
All right. My turn.
Wait, don't I get to slap you?
Yeah, you didn't pick the right one, so you get a slap.
No, I thought we were doing... Well, then I was supposed to slap her earlier. I thought that if we didn't get it correct, then we were just having a... If you got it right, you had a rest moment, remember?
But you didn't get it right.
Yeah, you got it wrong.
Yeah, but she got it right. She was safe. She got it. She did not get chosen, so then she doesn't get a slap. No?
What?
What?
Well, earlier. Okay, fucking slap me, whatever.
You got it wrong, so you get a slap. If you get it right, you don't get a slap.
Okay.
Well,
Thank God. Oh my God, we're going for the head. I have a bun up there.
You got a big forehead. It'll help. It'll take two.
Maybe it'll shock me into understanding this game. I feel like it's never going to happen.
Oh, I've got a good one. Sorry.
All right.
Pick that one in my back of my head.
Oh, I had a couple of good ones before.
Oh, memory's hard.
Yeah. It's really not my day to be thinking. All right. What were they? I have had an orgasm while horse riding accidentally.
I believe that. I've done that on a bus.
I've also done it on a horse.
On a bookie bus.
I also, ironically, in the same vein, I very uncomfortably had to jerk off a horse before. That wasn't ideal.
I believe that because if you're...
And I did not have a threesome until I entered the industry.
The last one.
I did not have a threesome. No. I had not had a threesome. That's correct. So you didn't get the lie.
Okay, what was the lie?
So I have not had to uncomfortably jerk off a horse, but I have had to get a female horse and bring it in front, because I'm a veterinarian as well. In vet school, I had to bring a female horse in front of a male horse and make it really turned on and then catch its semen.
How do you turn on a horse?
By putting a female in front of it that's in heat.
Does it do like a little horse?
It gets real angsty. And then they have a giant hard on, and then you have to catch the semen in this big warm tube that's warm to the perfect temperature so you don't kill off the semen. It literally feels like that. You've got this giant tube and you're like, whoa, I'm trying to put it onto a penis, and I've had to do that, but I didn't have to jerk it off.
That was the female. So, I can't do a cartwheel. I've bungee jumped before, and I have sky jumped before.
I would believe that you cannot do a cartwheel. I feel like you're too uncoordinated, man. I feel like that's the truth. I feel like you have skydived, and I don't think you've bungee jumped.
I haven't bungee jumped.
Wait, but I'm slapping you again, so I feel like we fucked this up again. We just need to be fired. Did I just get slapped? I don't really know what's happening anymore.
I got it wrong with you, and then you got it right with me. Oh, so that means we take a break.
No, you just got it wrong. Oh, yes. No, I got it. I guessed the lie. So you get slapped.
Yes, you get slapped.
Pash, you need to be referee.
Oh my God.
Is this hurting your head? This was the worst idea.
You missed?
No. I tried. I'm winding you up like you were.
No, you can't. I can't be scared if I close my eyes. Can't have
Can
me.
you not?
Eyes are closed. It's not really
It's
that
harder
hard.
when you close your eyes. I'm like, I don't know when it's coming. Okay. Let me have a think. I used to do makeup professionally. When my brother broke his arm when he was little, my mum didn't believe him. And that got left for a few days. That was awkward. And what else? I have met Johnny Depp.
I don't think you've met Johnny Depp.
You would talk about that a lot if you had met Johnny
Yeah.
Depp. You would say, actually, I met Johnny Depp.
You would definitely name drop a lot more.
Do I name drop that much?
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm so important.
I'm really not. Wait.
That was light.
I was
a
not.
surprise
I was not
one,
ready
yeah.
for that. Well,
Okay, so my turn.
is there anything you would like to chat to everyone about before you go with Big Sister?
Oh, so
Is there anything you need from them?
So yeah, I'm starting the Bigger Sister channel. It's a platform where us workers can get financially secure. I am trying to interview a new worker every 2 weeks.
And when you say worker, what do you mean? Because a lot of people don't understand who a sex worker is.
Well,
Like, it's a very broad term.
I'm trying to be as inclusive as possible. So retired. So if they're like retired, I want to ask them about how they got there financially.
You're meaning cam girls, strippers, in-person workers,
Yes,
porn
because I think
performers.
it's different. You have different occupational health and safety problems. I mean, we have the same one in terms of stigma and discrimination, but then when you get to the specific forms of work, it becomes more specific. So definitely think that impacts your financial health as well. So I want to investigate that. So then the lessons that we grab can be like, it's not just in-person work, it's like some.
Yeah. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to find financial stories from a bunch of retired or current sex workers so that you can develop means that you can teach other workers how to financially care for themselves.
And I think
so that their risk taking is lower.
Yeah, there's that, but there's also like intersectionality. So some workers are disabled, that's part of the reason that they're in the industry. So then if you're disabled and you can only work X amount of hours a week, how are you going to financially budget for that?
Yeah. So you're trying to teach people how to look after their money more, basically. And how to know how to manage their money.
Ideally, but not just that. Part of my job is doing the advocacy with products and tools to make them more inclusive of sex work.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm in the middle of, and yeah, I would ideally be able to prescribe that and be like, oh, you have problems with budgeting? Try this budgeting thing.
Yeah. So you're looking for tools for people to use, basically.
The skills and the tools.
The stories.
So the skills and the tools are what sort of give you the know-how to do it, but then the stories, I think, is what sort of contextualizes it. And then there'll be skill sharing spaces as well, ideally.
So what you're needing right this second, though, is for anyone who has a story about their financial situation to contact you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. Cool.
Or interact with the content.